Stellen uns doch unter einem Verbrecher jemanden vor mit verbrecherischen Motiven. Und wenn wir uns Eichmann begucken, dann hat er verbrecherische Motive eigentlich überhaupt nicht. Nämlich das, was man gewöhnlich unter verbrecherischen Motiven versteht. Er wollte mitmachen, er wollte Wir sagen. Und dies Mitmachen und dies Wir sagen wollen, war ja ganz genug.
This is what political theorist Hannah Arendt said about Nazi leader Adolf Eichmann in her book of compiled essays, Eichmann in Jerusalem, a report on the banality of evil. In these articles, Arendt would coin the phrase, the banality of evil, which is a theory where evil truly lies is in ordinary people, who do so without awareness, care, or choice. Jonathan Glazer's fourth feature, The Zone of Interest, tackles these theories to their extent, not only exposing the evils of the past, but also creating one of the great indictments of modern society's inhumanity. The Zone of Interest feels outside of the category of narrative feature. Loosely based on the Martin Amis novel, what narrative that is here is slight. Instead of drawing in the audience in terms of empathy, Glazer instead attacks our apathy, lulling the audience into a trance from the beginning, as the film starts with a minute of a black screen. Only the growl of Mika Levi's score can be heard. Sound editor Johnny Burns told A-Frame, "The opening says use your ears," which is a theme that follows throughout the film. Spending years building a hellish soundscape, Burns brings extraordinary context to every moment. Slowly, what we hear carries more weight than what we see. Through the visuals, we experience the film as a voyeuristic look at a family. Shot as if it is a reality TV show, Glazer, alongside cinematographer Lucas Zhao, used an array of hidden cameras to capture the family in and around the house, not too dissimilar from those used in the hunting sequences in Glazer's previous feature, Under the Skin. Only filmed with natural light and little to no camera movement, the audience is stripped of any surface-level pleasure. The story is simple. The father, played by Christian Friedel, is being sent to another location for some time and must leave his family. This causes some strife between the couple as the wife, played by Sandra Hüller, intends on staying and raising the family in their home. While mundane, there are moments when the family storyline itself suddenly will grab your attention, but it's on the edges. Whether it is a boy cleaning boots as they drip with blood, or a woman's fear as she carries a glass, we are never hidden from the fact of what's occurring right over the wall. Shot in haunting night vision, we see a young girl who is leaving apples for the prisoners of the camps in hopes of helping in any way. Through this kindness, she discovers a song written by one of the prisoners. This becomes one of the few times in the film where we truly feel someone behind the camera, in what feels like an authorless work for most of it. We get this feeling as well through moments of the edit, from a simple cut from one angle of the mother gardening to another that exposes the gate to the camp, whether it's the blinding white light following the only images that take place in the camp, or the stark red following a montage of flowers. The film feels like it's breaking at the seams and never allowing you to escape both the reality of what this family is allowing to occur and the simpleness of their acts. Yet Glazer remains rigorous in his pursuit of his sterile images, showing how gleefully comfortable this family is in their achievement. It's only in the final moments of the film where we see the commandant break. After telling his wife that while at a party all he could think about was how I would gas everyone in the room, he walks slowly down the stairs. He slows down and begins to gag as if to retch. A completely unnerving moment that ends swiftly as he glares into the lens of the camera. We then see images of modern-day Auschwitz, the reality of what has been left in the wake of his evil. But there is no change as the commandant gathers himself and walks into the darkness. The film feels timely and timeless in ways that are completely horrifying and tragic. Glazer rips at our ability to overlook the horrors that occur all around the world while trying to get ahead in a bureaucratic system. A story of a family who just wants to live a easy and peaceful life can become the epicenter in which genocide occurs. Much like ourselves, who can so easily look at things occurring all over the world, or even in our own communities, can create walls of separation. this wall becomes a creation of our own design to keep out what makes us feel uncomfortable in the societies we live in. I think this is a work of art that may be better compared to, architecture or sculptures than film, because on the surface there's very little cinematic pleasure than what you would be getting from a normal movie that would cover something like this. I think those who accept the film on its basis will see something completely unearthly and discover the evil in the ordinary. I would give this film a 5 out of 5. I don't have any major flaws with it. I think it is a completely rigorous work of experimentation alongside anger. Yeah, so it is a heavy movie. This is a film that I think a lot of people will walk in and not really know what to do with what the film is trying to say, and that's understandable. It is certainly working, like I said, against the ideas of surface level pleasure. I think this is a film about what's on the edges and what you hear, and I think it's even more powerful than films that work where they show you in a very dramatic way the horrors that occur in genocide, like something like Schindler's List. So with that being said, I want to give 2 companion pieces with the film. If you're new to Jonathan Glazer's work and you kind of want to work backwards, Glazer is a filmmaker that I think is progressed all the way from Sexy Beast till now. And I think Under the Skin is equally powerful of a film, and you can see how just between the 2 films he's made an even greater leap. The use of voyeuristic cameras, as I mentioned in the review, as well as his ability to tackle what is hidden behind everyday interaction. He's so bold to speak at what occurs in society. It's a phenomenal film. It might be Scarlett Johansson's best performance. Even though she's not doing much, it's a physical performance. Yeah, Glazer is a phenomenal filmmaker, and it just feels like he gets better and better as he goes on. And next is a bit of a lengthy work of filmmaking. It is Shoah. This is directed by Claude Lanzmann. This is a documentary. It's a 9.5-hour documentary. Yes, I know. I'm not saying sit down and watch this tonight for leisure. It's all shot in interviews. There's no images of the horrors that occurred within the camps, similar to what's going on here with the Zone of Interest. It's only through first-person accounts, so interviews. There's footage of them going to modern-day Auschwitz, modern-day Poland. It is a very powerful work of documentary. It's not something you need to sit down and watch in one sitting. I would recommend doing it, like breaking it up, sitting down, watching it for a little while. That's what I did. But it is a very powerful look at the real life horror and what is left behind, without needing to create some dramatic tension with cinematic style. Though I'm not like anti Schindler's List. I still think that Schindler's List is a completely powerful drama, but those that may have philosophical differences with a film like Schindler's List, I think that you should look into something like Shoah. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I know this is a bit of a bleak film, but it's one of the more important films, especially what's going on right now in places like Gaza and still in Ukraine. It's really unnerving watching a film like this that will probably get a lot of attention due to its Oscar nominations, and people will not really get what Jonathan is saying about what is so modern about the film. Thank you all so much for watching and supporting the channel. Leave a like and subscribe. Hope you all have a great day.